youth sports build confidence and skills, and in New Jersey, thousands of young athletes participate in club and travel teams, balancing school and family with competition. Well, a new study now shows exactly how important youth sports are and how they are evolving in the US, right here in New Jersey. That study, the Club Sports Index, was conducted by BSN Sports. Brian Fleming is the Senior Vice President and General Manager of Club Direct for BSN Sports. We say good morning to you, Brian. Good to have you on.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You bet. It is so important to have kids, younger people involved in sports because it teaches so much teamwork, uh, success, and it also teaches loss. People need to learn about losing, right? Sometimes you got to lose because life, that's part of life's lesson. And what better way to learn about winning the right way and losing the right way than in group sports? So, how many young athletes in our state are currently participating in club sports today versus years ago?
I could, yeah, I can speak to just the country overall. We have over 60 million youth athletes now participating in youth sports, and roughly half of those are participating in organized club or travel sports. And that number has actually been on the rise over the last decade. It's become much more about competition. I mean, it's still competition, but it's about belonging, development, and communities. Families are investing more time, they're investing more energy, more resources than ever before into helping their kids grow through sports.
And the Club Sports Index looked at participation across the country. So, were there any surprises specific to New Jersey when you did that?
The research that we had didn't really have any regional information that stood out from the nation. I think if we were to do another research project, which we are always looking to do ways to learn more about our customers and find ways to innovate for them to bring solutions, I think we could focus more on specific sports, and that's where I think especially up in the Northeast, we'd see things with sports like lacrosse, much more popular out in the Northeast than it is maybe on the West Coast.
And I'm glad you just mentioned lacrosse. Are there other sports also that are seeing higher participation in New Jersey, say, than in Arizona? And is it just like a temperature thing? What's that about?
No, we didn't see anything just from a regional basis like that. I mean, we saw that just in general popularity, basketball's leading the way nationally, soccer, football, baseball, and volleyball. One of the more exciting things that came out of it, though, was to see the incredible growth in female participation. So, sports of basketball, soccer, and volleyball in particular, that's been one of the best stories to come out of the data.
Yeah, and listen, I live part of the year in Florida, and you'd think, oh, in Florida they only have warm type sports. Hockey is huge. Maybe it's because they like getting cool in there, or because you have so many snowbird transplants from the north. Hockey, there's youth hockey all over South Florida on the ice, so it's a good way to escape the heat. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, any sport nowadays, it's not just the ones that you always see on TV. I mean, hockey, obviously, with the NHL, but it doesn't matter where in the country. There's facilities all over the place now that offer what would be a winter sport. You can have it down in the south, as you mentioned. If you have a summer sport, you can have it up north during the winter with the indoor facilities. So it really has become a very national option for kids to get into any sport they choose.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, what's a website for more information?
So you can learn more about the Club Sports Index and explore how BSN Sports and Club Direct supports thousands of clubs across the country at bsnsports.com.
All right. Brian Fleming, Senior Vice President, General Manager for Club Direct for BSN Sports. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you.
You bet. Boy, that is fun. I have nephews and a niece totally into sports. They're in Florida. And I'm amazed by, again, as we mentioned, we were talking about this hockey. And when I heard about this, I thought they were joking. I thought my in-laws were pulling a prank on me. They were like, no, youth hockey is big in Florida. And again, if you go, Pam loves hockey, so she's saying it's the best in my ear. Um, I think part of that is probably because you have so many transplants from Canada and from like upstate New York and the upper Midwest that have moved to Florida, and they brought their love of sport with them, including and especially hockey, which is very, very cool. So it's all over. Hey, who was the national champion this year, Pam? Say it in my ear. That's right, the Florida Panthers, and they play 10 minutes away from my condo in Fort Lauderdale. They're just a great team, and it's fun to see, even in warm weather like that, the huge amount of participation. Fellow cats, is that what you said? Pam, she's hilarious.